Hello everyone, it's Mike from Downtown Comics, and we are entering the second week of June, and we're going to talk about all the new comics and covers releasing on Wednesday, June 12th. Well, it is a huge week, so settle in. If you have a beverage of choice, I like a good cup of joe. Get it, sit down, and watch this video. So it's going to be a long one. Let's start with Marvel. Let's get right to it. Oh, as always, downtowncomics.com is the place to go. Check out our new website. I think it's a lot easier to read and to browse. It also has a new release bar right across the front, so you can see everything that's coming out this week, some of which may not be on this table. And of course, liking, sharing, and subscribing is always appreciated. So, all right, let's get on to it. This is already a minute in, and we haven't started. All right, Ultimate X-Men is first on the docket, which of course always tends to have a bunch of covers. All right, and we are in the second week of Scotty Young variants, so there's a bunch of those this week as well for you Scotty Young fans. We have Fantastic Four, not only a Blood Hunt tie-in, but also one with a Scotty Young cover. So there we go. All right, if you read X-Men 35, you know that this storyline was teased at the very end. Apocalypse is looking for an heir, and this miniseries is going to do that. And I think it's weekly. I think it's coming out weekly. Darth Vader is new. All right. Covers. All right, we have the second issue of the Deadpool Wolverine crossover. Getting closer and closer to that movie. And if you missed number 1, we have a second printing out this week. The main Blood Hunt title is out this week, so number 3. So we have the bagged explicit version, the red band version. And then, of course, we have the regular version. So some cool covers there. All right, we have Avengers, which, of course, is tying into Blood Hunt. And it is also a Scotty Young cover. So the X-Men are involved in the Blood Hunt, but a lot of them is going to be one-shots. So this one is a Jubilee one-shot. I don't remember if she's still a vampire or not. I know she got turned into a vampire a while ago, so I'm not really sure. But anyway, this is a Jubilee one-shot tying into Blood Hunt, so you can check that out. Spider-Man, of course, has a 3-issue miniseries tying into Blood Hunt, and so this is issue 2 of that. And, of course, speaking of Spidey, we have the latest printing of Ultimate Spider-Man 1. And this is the 6th printing. And, of course, this is the coolest Spider-Man costume. That's right. Ben Reilly fans. All right. Gods. I believe this is the final issue of the Hickman Gods series. So we'll see where that goes after that. We have regular Deadpool, number 3. Miles Morales, who you know if you've been reading Blood Hunt, is going to be a big participant. His tie-in now starts in issue 21, and we get a Scotty Young cover. Scarlet Witch is back with her own series, and we're going to launch it with a Scotty Young cover again, and then a bunch of other cool covers. Hard to pick. And a shiny one. And you get a shiny one. Hard to pick on that one. All right, so this is a reprint. So this is a facsimile issue of the Deadpool Kills the Marvel Universe. So they're reprinting that. That's available if you've never read it. Our Spider-Man Green Goblin series continues. Strange Academy, the tie-in to Blood Hunt, hits issue 2. Marvel's been doing giant-sized issues throughout this year, and Daredevil is the newest one to get one. So that is out this week for Daredevil fans. And we're going to end with Incredible Hulk. And we're also going to end with a Scotty Young cover. So there you go. So Marvel, huge week. Lots of Blood Hunt tie-ins and lots of Scotty Young covers. All right, let's go to the independents. Don't think that they don't have a big day, because they do. All right, another Scotty Young project. This guy's everywhere. Ain't No Grave hits issue number 2. Number 1 did fantastic, so don't miss out. Pick up number 2. Godzilla has 2 items this week. We have a one-shot, The Best of Space Godzilla, and then we have a new mini-series, I think, I don't know. It's a number 1. Skate or Die. No idea. Vampirella is new. A new title from Image called Rifters. Looks all time travel-y and futuristic. Thundercats hits number 5. So we're going to do that one. Heart Piercer from Dark Horse, number 2. Usagi, the Crow miniseries, hits number 3. That is an evil-looking rabbit there. I don't know about that. I don't know about that cover. Wow. Monsters Are My Business, number 3. Plastic. All right, so this definitely had one miniseries before, so this must be the sequel. So it's a new sequel to Plastic. So it's a new number 1. Defiant hits number 6. I think this is new material. Hate Revisited. I'm not sure if it's a reprint. It's Fantagraphics. It could be a reprint. It could be new material. Transformers hits number 9. And we've got this connecting cover thing they're doing on all their Skybound G.I. Joe Transformers books. So if you're a fan of that kind of thing, you may want to make sure you're picking those up, because they kind of came out of nowhere at the last second. I don't know what they were doing. All right. Geiger is new this week, number 3. And we already did... Wait. That's Ain't No Grave 2. Was that Ain't No Grave 1 back there? Wait. Maybe I... Yeah, I'm sorry. Yeah, this was a reprint of number 1. Apologies. All right, so that's the second print of number 1. I usually put those things together. That's my bad. All right, but this is number 2. So if you missed number 1, that's back there. Number 2 is right here. So now you cannot miss out. All right. And I did a much better on Dick Tracy, because Dick Tracy number 1 did incredibly well, and it's getting a second printing, so that's now out. And number 2 is now available. So again, this book did really well, better than I even expected, and it was well received. So there you go. Give that a try. Turtles, the animated Turtles, gets a one-shot with cartoon animated Usagi. So that's kind of cool. My Little Pony even gets 2 things this week. We have a one-shot Best of Spike and a new number 1 for Maritime Mysteries. And then we have the book The Scale Trade. This is at number 2. All right, there's a ton more independents, but we're going to switch to DC now, who also has a big week. We'll start out with a new DC Pride one-shot, Uncovered. And the big book this week is, if you didn't know, DC's going back to the Elseworlds. So they're starting a lot of new Elseworlds products over the next 8 months. And they're going back to some of the fan favorite Elseworld that were created. The first one is the Gotham by Gaslight world. So this was created way back in the 90s. And they are returning to it. It's kind of, I don't know, what is it? Old school... what would I say, late 1800s, early 1900s. So some cool art there. I mean, these are fantastic. I mean, I look at this and I want a Batman Assassin's Creed game really bad. That's what I want. So yeah, Victorian age kind of Batman. So very cool. Lots of cool covers. I am totally down for this book and looking forward to it. So you can check that out. That's new. And then if you don't know what I'm talking about because you weren't born before the 90s, this is the original tale that created it. So it is reprinted for you, and you can even get a shiny version. So you can check that out. So it was a one-shot, so you can check that out before you get the new miniseries. We have our Batman, Robin, and Howard. That's the end of this particular miniseries. There will be a new one coming. Batman and Robin, it's number 10. We have Green Lantern. Still has a backup tie-in to the House of Brainiac stuff, if you're reading that. And our prelude and countdown to absolute power continues with the end of this latest Suicide Squad miniseries. So if you're planning on getting into absolute power, you may want to pick that up. Blue Beetle. Red Hood continues, as does Outsiders. The Sinister Sons miniseries. And that's it for DC, but a really good week there. So, all right, back to more independence. The Valiant universe is coming back, and the Valiant's his number 2. Archie, part of their horror line, The Wicked Trinity. Trinity, number 1. Napalm Lullaby hits 4. And this is from Oni. Akogan, Brutalizer of the Gods. Number 1 did really well, so there's number 2. All right, so our reprint of the movie adaptation done by Marvel in the 80s is hitting its final issue. So it was a 3-issue adaptation in the 80s. It's a 3-issue reprint of an adaptation today by Boom. So that hits the end. Torpedo 1972. We have a new Mad Magazine. Morning Star. It'll be the last issue of the Cruella de Vil, part of the Disney Villains line, number 4 on that miniseries. And then, yes, there's so many, I have a stack here. So let's end this with a stack of independents. A new one called Lawful from Boom Studios. The Whisper Queen, number 3. A new one from Image called Remote Space. This one may be based on a video game. I'm not positive of that. This is from Titan Comics, High on Life. If I remember correctly, this is a video game of some sort. We have Crocodile Black hitting number 2 from Boom. The Amory Wars, number 2. And a Spawn, there was no Spawn official title, but this is a Spawn Universe title, Monolith. So this is the second issue of that miniseries. Gun Honey, the latest series, gets a second print. The latest Witcher hits number 2. And we will end with a reprint of the first issue of The Creature from the Black Lagoon. So if you missed that, we've got a new printing out for you there. All right, so yes, a great Marvel week, a really great DC week, and a ton of really good independents. So a lot to look at, a lot to try out. Thanks for watching. Sorry this went long, but hey, there you go. When they put out good stuff, I make longer videos. Thank you all for watching. If you stayed to the end, you are amazing, and I appreciate you. Bye-bye.